Hello, thank you for clicking on this video and coming to today's tarot card reading. I'm going to be drawing anything that you need to know right now at this time in your life when you clicked on this timeless reading. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back to my channel. So starting right off the bat with some oracles from the liminal space. Acceptance is the answer. What else are we getting here? Deck list is in the description box below. X marks the spot. And again, coming out is water has memory. So, first of all, there's something that you shouldn't be forgetting right now in your life. There's an event, or there is a memory that you need to be keeping notice of. Maybe you've kind of forgotten about this from the past, or maybe it's kind of slipped your mind, but there's something that happened. There's some kind of catalytic event that you need to remember and realize. I think you learned a lesson from something in the past. This could have been a relationship or a major life change. For some of you, the lesson is that you are strong, and it's almost like you have forgotten this right now, and you're not realizing your true strength at this time because maybe there's some kind of shift, there's some kind of event happening for you right now, but you need to realize that you've been through things in the past as well. And that has kind of formed you into who or what you are right now. And you're not giving yourself the credit that you deserve for whatever you have transformed from or what you're transforming into. Now, it's not just that. I feel like for some of you, this could be about a person that you're giving like a second chance to. And you need to realize, you need to look at patterns. You need to look at patterns with the people in your life or with the events in your life and look at what is the most consistent thing about this person. What have they shown me that is the most consistent thing about them? Because the consistency of somebody tells you more than any kind of thing that you're making up in your head to excuse somebody's behavior or to glorify or idolize somebody. It's really just how have they treated you, or how has this person been on a consistent basis, right? Looking at their behavior like that. With X marks the spot, I am hearing that some of you may need to move on. Definitely, you read the comments sometimes and it's like, yeah, this person does need to move on from that terrible person or that terrible relationship. People want to hang on to things even though it's painful, right? It's like burning your hand on a hot stove. Why do you keep doing this, right? You're consistently getting hurt or in pain. You move on from that situation, you let it go, right? You don't want to make stuff up in your head. Now with X marks the spot, I feel this is moving a little bit away from relationships. Some of you are very goal-oriented right now, or you need to be. First of all, look at the speed of which you're going. Do you need to go faster or do you need to slow down? Some of you may need to go a little bit faster towards something. Some of you may need to slow the fuck down because you're just going too fast and you're missing all of the details. Now, if you go too slow as well, you're not going to get to somewhere in time. Pay attention to details along your way. Take a second and think about what your goals are for the next 2 to 10 months. Especially 10, I feel like, and or by October. October could be a big month coming up for you in this year for whatever reason. But basically what this card, Spirit wants you to be simply looking at your goals, looking at what you're working towards. If you're getting too stuck in circumstances that are part of the past or way too far in the future, or you're just getting stuck in some kind of anxiety in the present, get on course with something that you can actually guide yourself towards. A tangible, logical goal, a way to be, a spiritual goal, life goals, and stuff like that. Acceptance is the answer. Again, this kind of goes towards, I think some of you are hanging on to something that's kind of hurting you. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but for a lot of you guys watching the channel, it will be. But just simply accepting something. This could be accepting new things that are coming into your life. This could be accepting a new version of you, a version of you that has outgrown the old version of you. It is painful to allow in new things because it usually involves letting go of something. I feel that there's a new version of you that can no longer function the way that it was functioning. And this could be how it interacts with relationships, friend groups, or even how you live your daily life. I feel like something's going to be fundamentally changing. And you're kind of realizing that you have vibrationally or spiritually changed. And it's almost like you're catching up with this version of you that you've become, if that makes sense. So maybe like the logical mind, or like your physical self has to catch up with who you really are right now, who you've transformed into. It's a hard concept to explain because it's a bit abstract, but those that are going through it, I think you get it. So let it break. Wishbone coming out for some of you, breaking the wishbone. Allow yourself to take a chance, allow yourself to dream big, allow yourself to have these goals, allow yourself to let go of what is less so you can get more. Energy follows intention, so Spirit's with you right now. Spirit is following you through this journey. Don't forget that you are guided as you guide yourself. Be groovy or leave. See or be seen, I believe. And you may never know. Some of you are involved in a situation because you simply don't know, and like the answer would help you get closure, but you don't need an answer to move on. You need to look at how it is affecting you. That is your answer. A couple more oracles, and I want to get into some tarot for you guys. Memories. Again, a lot of you are really thinking about stuff from the past, or need to be thinking. Again, I'm hearing that consistency is going to help you see something more clearly. You're not seeing something clearly. And you're either relating it to something that happened in the past, or you're not looking at past evidence as example for what this really is. We got sacred, tranquil, and gift. As you start to steer your own life and get into calmer waters, some of you are already in that calm space. Others of you need to get more into that calm space. You'll notice that when you find peace and tranquility in your daily life, you will feel the presence of Spirit much more than you have before. This is a time right now where your conscious presence is going to get you truly in touch with higher self, higher energies, higher beings. Again, some of you need to be out in nature. If you're not, get out there. Touch that grass. Be in nature. Find your peace. Spirit will speak directly to you if you find your peace. You'll get the answers that you're looking for if you find your peace. Some of you need to slow down to do that. It's time to change. It's time to be reborn. I'm sensing that you have already gone through a rebirth, but there's this kind of discrepancy between you living that and you feeling that and you knowing that. You have to align all of these things now. You can do this through more presence with yourself, through creating more space and more peace. What in your life is not giving you space? What in your life is not giving you peace? Remove yourself from those situations, from those people. If it doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. Don't be around it. You're not obligated. Have some boundaries. This is going to help you in the long run get in touch. I'm hearing it, get attached to yourself. So there could be a severance of you and your higher self and your intuition that could be severed right now. And it's because of all of the gunk in your life. So it's time to catch up with who you've been reborn into. This is going to resonate if you've been watching my channel. There was a reading about an egg, a black egg or some kind of egg. It was months ago. It wasn't a recent one. And I feel like this is the next step of that process. So some of you are going to be like, oh, wow. The Divine Mother, Sparkle, Sparkle, Bitch, and Kneel Before No One. All right, so we're getting pretty sassy with these over here. And then a couple more from we got Closed and we got Choices. Okay, you need to make a choice. It is okay to close a door. It is okay to leave something behind. It is okay to say goodbye. It is okay to open doors for yourself. What do you deserve? Over here, we have a lot of really sassy feminine energy coming in. So this is going to be for you to embrace your power, embrace your authenticity, to embrace what you need to do. You need to truly have some attitude and some self-love in order to move forward into this next step of your life. If you don't, I'm hearing fake it till you make it. So kind of like gaslight yourself into having this self-love. Like if you like don't know how, or you don't have the skills to really love yourself and feel yourself, pretend and just do it, you know? Start getting into the energy. I don't know how else to explain this, but we got the Divine Mother. Again, this card makes me feel more than anything that you have a beautiful feminine energy at your side. It's like it's like Mother Earth wants to come out and be with you right now if you'll let her in, right? And that's a part of you. Like Mother Earth is a part of you. All of the energies of the universe are a part of you. You are made, your base makeup is no different than any other star or atom or whatever we see in the universe. We're all made of the same stuff, just different chemistry behind it. And I'm saying that because it means that you can get in touch with any kind of energy, any kind of thing that you want, well, light or dark, right? If you focus on the dark, you'll get in touch with that and you'll channel it. So understand where your mind is. And that whole faking it till you make it is just training yourself to actually start to attune to a frequency of self-love, of worth. Sparkle, sparkle, bitch. Bling, bling, have some fun, you know? Kneel before no one. Become your God, right? If God exists, it's made up of all the same stuff that we're already made up of, right? So just tune into that channel of God. What channel are you tuned into? Is it just static? Let's do a poesis, and then we'll do the tarot. Interested to see where our tarot reading takes us. Work. Don't give up. Keep working. Keep working on it. Again, you're supported at this time. And your poesis cards are Expand and Home. Okay, so some of you are not comfortable. And I think a part of this is becoming more comfortable with who you are, truly comfortable. Truly being comfortable with being yourself, no matter who's in front of you, no matter what's on your mind, or no matter where you are. That's authenticity, that's comfort, that's alignment, it's all of it. It's almost a neutrality. Find your comfort zone. Understand when you are truly comforted, when you are truly relaxed, when you are truly in tune with yourself. Some of you have never been in your entire life, right? So it's about deprogramming. And then every day work on taking that with you more and more, further and further, in places where you've never felt that comfort before. Could be the workplace, could be with people, could be in front of the mirror, I don't know. So I'm going to pull an alchemy card, but we'll look at it after the tarot reading. I'm not going to look at it, but I'll flash it to you guys so you know I'm not messing with it. This one had a lot of energy, so it's that one. We'll see how it relevates at the end. All right, so our tarot card reading. Let's see what we're getting here for you guys. There will be an extended to this reading in which I clarify and go further into the future. Look at the next 1 to 2 months. That's in the description box below. So we got the moon coming out, Piscean energy. We have the 6 of Cups. And we also have the 8 of Wands. Now there could be an energy of a Pisces coming towards you. This could be either as a friend, a lover, but it is a soul type connection. There could simply just be somebody coming towards you that has like a shroud of mystery around them. hard to understand. We're getting Scorpio energy with death, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. There's reluctance to change. Either that's you or it's a person around you in your life, but there is a reluctance here. There's a guarded energy that is saying, no, I don't want to change. I don't want to do this. I want to be sad. I want to be stubborn. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Tower. Basically what I see here is there's a lesson involved in change. And I feel that you've been very stubborn, or like, if this isn't you, this is a person who you're involved with romantically, but I feel like this is actually you, because I don't feel we're so much in a love reading right now. I feel that there's been all this chaos around you, right? So you've been super, I see you as super guarded. Feels like you've been through like a war zone. And what's happened around you in the past weeks, months, years, whatever this is, has fundamentally changed who you are. But I feel like you've been going so fast, almost on like survival mode, that you have not been able to really understand like who or what you are now. And there's new circumstances that are coming in that are changing rapidly. For some of you, this is a job. For some of you, this is a really big relationship coming in. And these things are at a different frequency, and they're testing you and they're challenging you to actually embody and become the new version of you, or the new you, because there's that one from before, but I see that there's irrevocable change in your life. So that person was able to get through whatever they were able to get through then, but they're no longer needed. They're no longer necessary. But there's this sadness, there's this sorrow there for you. And it's because you have to change. You have to say goodbye to that person and some things that are attached to that person that have come along with that person, right? Relationships, ways of being, ways of thinking, lifestyles, those are all different for you now. And it's up to you to travel the new path of who or what you are and embody the new, the more aligned version of you, the one that kind of the universe has set up for you, or to stay. In that, what I'm going to say is like a survival mode version of you. Because there's change that's coming, there's change that's happening, but there's also change that's coming. And you can either create change for yourself, embody the new you, or I feel like you'll be pushed in directions that feel very uncomfortable, almost jolting, because you're choosing not to keep up with yourself, if that makes sense. Going back to the top row, there's this moon, the 6 of Cups type energy. Now this is speaking to me of a very significant person that are either appearing now or about to appear into your life. That's what we're going to focus on mostly in the extended, because that is going to be like a love reading. But I'm going to pull just a few more cards on that now. We got the 3 of Cups and Justice. So I feel that this could be a couple things. For some of you, there's choices between different romantic partners, third-party situations, either with you or them. With Justice attached, those should be pretty positive. But I also feel that away from third-party stuff, what this really might mean for the vast majority of you is that this is a very connected energy coming in, where it just feels like the relationship kind of flows with you guys. This would be in person. I'm not entertaining online things with this one. This feels like the connection physically, in physical reality between you two, just feels like it flows. But this is representative of not just a relationship. This is actually showing any kind of connections that are coming into your life are going to be more aligned with you, because they're reflecting your actual alignment with yourself. So there are a lot of people, relationships that are being filtered out at this time, and you're going through that painful period until these new ones come in, and or that special person. I'm going to be looking at a person in your love life's perspective in the extended. Like if they could speak to you, what would they say? And also looking at your love life and just what to expect in general in the next 1 to 3 months in the extended. Anything else that you need to know? This feels like love. Like this feels like that love, yeah, Two of Cups, clarifying it. You are getting a significant romantic relationship. If you feel aligned with this reading, and you are actually able, because it's not just about sitting and listening, people. This is about actually integrating and becoming, right? If you're able to actually integrate, become, and make these good changes for yourself, then I do think that you'll be aligned with a timeline where love comes to you easily, effortlessly, and it is a deep and committed love, more on that in the extended. So the card that we pulled, card number 21, is Tin. Tin, malleable, expansive, Jupiter. Tin is a silvery white, highly malleable metal. This is in part because tin's structure is composed of crystals in cubic or tetragonal formations that can be broken or crushed under moderate pressure. When the crystalline structure breaks, a sound known as the tin cry can be heard, hence the unnerving sound of crinkling tin foil. Such is the energy of the tin card. On one hand, it is in tin's Jupiterian nature to expand, to mobilize, to cover the whole territory. On the other hand, the metal cannot withstand much weight or pressure. When this card appears, you may have reached a limit or a breaking point after taking on more than is logistically possible under the circumstances. Don't take this juncture personally. More strength is required before taking the next steps to support the expansion you see in your mind's eye. All right, if you'd like more general information and a deeper look at this relationship, I'll catch you in the extended. That's in the description box below. Thank you very much for coming to this reading. Otherwise, if we're parting ways here, I'll see you next time.